Oi oi guys, it's Tuesday evening. Finished work about an hour ago or so, maybe just over an hour now, and before I come out for a bit of a walk, bit of a stroll. I normally come out for about an hour, just walk through the neighbourhood, and it's good for you. Get outside, it's great for the mind. I like being outside. I'm finding myself wanting to be more and more outside. But it's good for the mind. Get outside. It's really good to get out for a walk. But at night time, there's different sounds at night than what there is during the day. But I wanted to talk about how I got my name Cockney Buddha, because I didn't start out with that nickname. I started out with another nickname, which I'm not even going to say because it doesn't even represent me anymore. That's not who I am anymore. So that's the old me. And so basically how I got it, apart from the accent and where I'm from, but to be a true, I'm not actually a true Cockney. Not actually a true Cockney. I talk like it. I got the accent. When I lived back in London, I used a lot of slang. I used slang around my family. But to be a true Cockney, you've got to be born within the East End, in a certain area of the East End too, which they say is in the sound of the Bow Bells, which is this church. And they say, this goes back years, but if you're born within the sound of those, you're a true Cockney. So, but if I talk like it pretty much. I've slowed down a lot. My accent's I had to, because no one understood. Nobody understood me, which was quite funny. Because I know when I was looking to move over here, I was like, hey, at least I speak English. Dear me, great. So I had to slow right down, and my accent's watered down quite a bit now. But yeah, anyway, so I'm not actually of the truest sense a Cockney, even though the term is kind of used a bit looser now, and I've always been called it. So anyway, Cockney Buddha. So I had a mate, which is weird, great. Well, I don't even call him a mate. He's a brother, family to me. Everybody, my kid's name is Uncle. He's just a brother to me. Anyway, he came into town once, and it's funny because we're both from London. In fact, he lived about 20 minutes away from where I lived in London, but we met each other literally in my neighbourhood. He moved like behind us and down a little bit, and that's where I met him. But we literally we couldn't believe it when we met each other. It was like, what? Because you hear of people from England, but they're from all over the place. But to have someone like in your backyard, it was kind of crazy. But anyway, he came, and I had my website going then, but I didn't. I can't even remember I don't think I was even doing the work that I'm doing now. This was like right at the very beginning of my journey, and I had some blogs out there. I started getting this website to help people and help others and that. Which, go and have a look at that, by the way. Mind Nutrition for All. The number 4, all, ALL. Mind Nutrition, the number 4, all, ALL.com. Go and have a look at it. Loads of blogs on there. Couple of ones that are good to look at is Be the Oak. Is a good one I wrote. I got a lot of feedback on that. SOS is another good one. I got a lot of feedback on that. But go and check them out. There's about 50 plus blogs there that you can have a read on, which gets me to my point. So my mate, I had probably, I don't know, 2-3 blogs out there at this point, and my mate wants to have a read, and he's big on English. He'll tell you right now. He'll tell me to my face, your fucking grammar sucks. And I know that, and I write how I talk, so it's not clever, but if you know me, you'll understand the writing better. But so he was having a read, and I walked out of the room, and I came back with a cup of tea, and he's like, "You can write," and I'm like, "Oh shit, Thanks for the compliment. But he's like, yeah, but he told me, he's like, your grammar sucks, but you know what? He's like, that's you. It's part of who you are. It's part of the whole thing. You know, where you're going and that. You know, yeah, I can clean it up, of course, but who can't, right? But the grammar, I mean. But anyway, he goes, you need a name. You've got to have a name. You've got to have something that represents you. And he said, Cockney Buddha. Like, holy crap! And I said, I'm running with that. And it became my nickname. I did it as my nickname and part of my business thing. But now it's part of the journey. It's part of that journey. And there's tools I use around this that I teach my guys as well around character. But yeah, you know, that's how I got the name Cockney Buddha. I didn't choose it. I had it chosen for me. But now, you know, I've pulled so far away from the old Steve. I've pulled so far away from the old nickname that it don't represent who I am anymore. And this does. So yeah, that's how I got my name. And I'm about to get soaked down by sprinklers. So I've got to walk a bit quick. So yeah, guys, that's how I got the name Cockney Buddha. And I just wanted to put that out there. And because I'm sure some, you know, apart from the accent, people don't really know how I got that name, but I didn't choose it. So, but I do now. Stay the course, guys. Namaste.